good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the moment you've been waiting for. It's time for Season 3 of the PORWC Reese's Rally Car Series. I'm your host, Seth Cole, and today we have a clean slate for all these drivers as they get ready to start off a new season, which begins here at Daytona International Speedway for 20 laps of racing. The interesting thing here with this field of 36 cars is, at this point, starting the season, we are ensured a new PORWC Reese's Rally Car Series champion. Season 1 champ Trent Dunham and Season 2 champ Jamie Muckley. Neither of them are in this Season 3 field. Now, that does not mean that either of them will not be in case somebody doesn't comment. Before we actually get underway here, let me just quickly reiterate the rules that were handed to me by the PORWC president on the commenting on being able to keep your rides. To be eligible for the Tasty Top 10 or the Wild Card spot, which both come into play at the end of the regular season, each driver must comment in at least 7 of the 10 races of the regular season. You can miss 3 races that you don't have to comment on. If you have problems and there's some reason that you can't comment, be sure to just send me a message. I'm sure then that Kevin would let you be able to do it that with not having to comment if there was a legitimate reason. But 7 of 10 races you have to comment on. If by the time the regular season ends and you have not commented on those 7 of 10 races, then you are going to be released from your ride and somebody else is going to fill it in for the rest of the season. That ride also will not make it into the Tasty Top 10 even if you're running as the points leader. Secondly, once the regular season is over and the playoffs begin, you must comment on at least 3 of those 5 playoff races. There are going to be 5 playoff races, 10 regular season races. In those 5 playoff races, you got to comment at least 3 times. If you do not comment on 3 of those 5 playoff races, you automatically fall out of the Tasty Top 10 if you were there. If you fall out of the chase, and your ride is handed over to somebody else that will comment. Alright, for spoilers, this is another thing. If you win this race today, don't spoil the race. But you can send me a personal message if you want to with your excitement. I mean, that's one thing that I think what people really should do is if they're going to win a race and they want to really show their excitement, send it as a personal message so nobody else sees it. Alright, so if you end up doing that, if you end up spoiling this race or any other races in the future, first offense will be a 1-race suspension. Somebody will be filling in for you for 1 race, and then you'll come back the following week. Second offense is going to be a 2-race suspension, and automatically you are eliminated from making the playoffs, regardless of whether or not you finish top 10 in points or you earn the wild card spot in the last chance qualifying race. And the third offense, if you end up spoiling the race 3 times, then you are released from your ride. So those are the rules. Hopefully you guys heard them. Hopefully you'll take them to heart. And now let's get into the mindset here of this race. On the point for today's race is going to be DeMarcus Brown. Alongside of him is going to be Ashley LaPlante. Kyle Sinoski going to be rolling off from the 3rd position. Then we finally get to a driver that we've seen his racing style here back in Season 2, and that is Wolfgang Mason in the 35. Then we've got, can't tell who that is actually starting off there alongside of Danny Wells. It's one of those Subarus. I always have trouble with them. I really wish there was some way you could tell them apart, but there really isn't. And then it's Brock McMahon alongside of Lisa Shears. That is row number 4. Alright, let's get these cars rolling off. We're going to show you the starting lineup for today's race. We're coming in here to Season 3. It's a new season. We're going to have a little bit different looking of a starting grid. Hope you guys will like it. And here it is. Here's the starting grid for today's race. These 36 drivers get ready to start off the season here at Daytona International Speedway. Alright, here's a look at your starting lineup. Best thing to see at the beginning of the season, usually which always starts at Daytona, is to see all drivers from the field be able to leave pit road. No mechanical problems. Everybody will come down to the green flag. Now, just because the past champions Trent Dunham and Jamie Muckley are not in this field, doesn't mean the rides they won the championships in are not in this field. 24 of that Trent Dunham made famous by ending up winning the Season 1 championship after getting in via the last chance qualifying race back in Season 1. Is being driven now by Jeremy McMurray right there near the back of the pack, and wouldn't you know it, right in the same row on the high side is the 31 car that Jamie Muckley won the championship in back in Season 2. This season being driven by Sam D. So two brand new faces in the championship cars for the past 2 seasons. History is getting ready to write itself a new chapter. Who's going to start off the season with a win? Who at the end of the season is going to be the champion? It's going to be a long road, and we're glad you're with us. Green flag is out at Daytona. DeMarcus Brown will lead them into turn number 1. May have noticed when they were on the back straightaway, this is a little bit different from what we started off Season 1 and Season 2 of the Reese's Rally Car Series. We used to start them at Daytona Road Course. Well, ran a few tests. It did not work out, so we're here at the regular restrictor plate track of Daytona, the Great American Speedway. DeMarcus Brown got a great run there, but Ashley LaPlante did a good job there too, keeping that second position, and now she's going to do a crossover move, try and move down low for the lead. I think she's going to get DeMarcus here in turn number 3. Meanwhile, a bit of contact back to her between Brock McMahon and another car. I think that was, that was Zach Campbell in the 94. That was a close call between those two. That was around the second and third position. Well, actually, it was third and fourth because they were just coming up on DeMarcus Brown for second at that point. Lisa Shear stuck in the middle there. So was Danny Wells. Kyle Sanoski and Wolfgang Mason got moved up to the high side. And here comes Brock McMahon. 3 wide for the lead. Close quarter racing here. Brock McMahon, though, it looks like he's going to come down. He'll lead this race. That 49 team, rather. Trying to come in and turn around the season they had last season. Ryan Juke, certainly I'm sure will remember that season. That 49 car finished dead last in the points. Right now, leading this Daytona race. That's a good sign that maybe things have turned around. Here comes Barney Ward in the 72. He and Aaron Williams, I believe, are the only 2 drivers in this field who have been in the Reese's Rally Car Series for 3 straight seasons and been in the same ride for each season. Meanwhile, though, Barney Ward gets shuffled to the middle. Another car coming down low. That is Hayden Klein. He's making his return back. Hayden Klein actually was in Season 1, then missed Season 2, and now is back in Season 3. Season 1, he drove the 31 car, which Muckley then took over in Season 2 and won the championship in. And here comes Aaron Williams to the inside, as we mentioned. Aaron Williams last season made the chase for the championship by winning the last chance qualifying race. And oh boy, they're going to go 3 wide here. Bianca Roberts going to get moved into the middle groove. Williams down low. Brock McMahon's Mitsubishi up high. Give the top spot to Aaron Williams. Aaron Williams trying to maybe set history here to become the only driver to make 3 straight PORWC Reese's Rally Car Series chases for the championship. As meanwhile behind him, got quite a bunch of cars there we haven't talked about. Carson Gum there in the 39. The 30 directly behind him is Sophie Dillon and Devin Smith there in that 29 car up on the high side now. And look who's coming up the inside line. The 2 cars who have won the past 2 championships. The 31, that orange car, that's Sam D, and right behind him, the 24 of Jeremy McMurray. Aaron Williams now going to get a challenge. Carson Gum down to the inside. Whoops. And now here comes Sam D down to the inside. The 2 championship cars working together on the low side. Sam D going to go to the front. Jeremy McMurray right behind. I'm surprised these guys have been able to keep it clean so far. They've been 3x3x3 all the way through this pack. And we're still green flag racing here on lap 5 of 20. Good hard racing. Now Jeremy McMurray's going to take his turn at the front. Number 24 leading a race. Not very unfamiliar, but we're used to it being Trent Dunham. As now he's going to go 3 wide. Felix Harrison, Jake Smith. Oh, look out there, Reckon! They're wrecking back there. I couldn't even tell who was in that. Aaron Williams may have been in it. Oh, there's Cody Lamas down on the apron. Who was in that? Is there a caution out, or did they save it? No caution. Well, these guys are off the pace. I don't know if they were involved. Kyle Sinoski, DeMarcus Brown, the pole sitter, Zach Campbell, James Silverfox, Barney Ward, Brock McMahon, Bianca Roberts, and Hayden Klein. There's Cody Lamas, who we saw on the apron. Looks like there is some damage, actually, to Devin Smith. Yes, there is. There is some damage to the 29. Wolfgang Mason may have gotten some of it. Aaron Williams may have been involved, along with Richard Johnson and Ashley LaPlante. Then you come up here to this second pack, and then there's this first pack of cars battling. Let's quickly look back as Lance Fogel goes for the lead. Let's look back at a replay of what happened right there. But there was no caution for it. Looks like they attempted to go 4 wide here, and let's see where the contact may have initially started. Did Sophie Dillon get turned here? Almost. So a little contact there between... Oh, there you go, right there. Oh, yes, yes, yes. That was one of the Acostas there that got turned. And I don't know which one it was. No, that wasn't one of the Acostas. Who, what? Was that Wilhelm Schultz, maybe? I think it was. Yeah, it was the 4 of Wilhelm Schultz got turned up into Sophie Dillon, who then gets up into Aaron Williams, who then gets up into Devin Smith. And meanwhile, behind them, Bianca Roberts is into the back of somebody. Brock McMahon's into the back of Bianca Roberts. And Cody Lamas, I don't think, got anybody, because there you see him bottom of your screen. He just kind of turns a dead left down to the apron there. I don't know what the deal was there for the 48. Didn't look like he got anything of it. And there you go, Wolfgang Mason there. I think Hayden Klein was actually the car that turned Wilhelm Schultz up into Sophie Dillon. And all these guys here, Barney Ward and Bianca Roberts, Brock McMahon, I think they all ended up getting held up back there, trying to wait until Hayden Klein got his car turned back around to be able to continue on. But the caution did not fly for it, and it's really split this field up. Let's go back for green flag racing now. Well, not a whole lot changing while we were away, except for the fact now that Jacob Lawler's taken a turn at the front. And now here comes Joshua Michaels down to the inside in the 50. Sam D in this mix as well. Carson Gum is there. Jake Smith is there. I believe both the Acostas, Ryan and Justin, are there. Jeremy McMurray's in the mix there as well. So is Zach Corbett. I don't actually know if that's if it's supposed to be a French last name or if it's just Corbett. It's either Corbett or Corbet. I don't know which one it is. But this is the first pack of cars here. It's about, I think there are 10 of them here. Nope, there actually are 11. Then you come back here, and here's the second group of cars with Austin Ogo in it. You got Lisa Shears there. Dylan Ogo, Richard Johnson, Jacob Cook, Ralph Mason, Adam Chambers, Ashley LaPlante, Michael Norman, and Wilhelm Schultz. It's back to the 23rd position there. Then you jump back, and there's a third pack of cars with Cody Lamas, Brock McMahon, Kyle Sinoski, Wolfgang Mason, Barney Ward, DeMarcus Brown, Bianca Roberts, Zach Campbell. Then you jump back here, and there's James Silverfox running by himself, trying to catch up to that third pack. 34th place, you got Sophie Dillon by herself. Devin Smith by himself in 35th. Aaron Williams by himself in 36th. And then you get back here to the front of the field, where Jake Smith is now the new leader. We are past the halfway point. So far, no caution. And oh, look out, there goes Carson Gum and Joshua Michaels. Did they save it? They did save it again. Contact again. Should have been a wreck. Should have been a caution. And they saved it again. It's the second time they've done that today. 2 times we should have been under the caution. And I will bet you the caution flag is not out. Nope, not at all. Jake Smith down, leads yet another lap. I'll tell you what, it's almost looking like this first pack of cars is now starting to become smaller. Now as Jeremy McMurray, Joshua Michaels, they're starting to lose this front pack. It's now turned from about 11 car front pack to a 6 car pack. Then it's now turned into a second pack of 5 cars with Jeremy McMurray, Joshua Michaels. I think Justin Acosta's back there now as well. And now Zach Corbett going to go down to the inside. He will take the lead in the 3 car. Well, I'd like to go through a full field rundown here, try and show you where everybody's running. So we are approaching nearly 5 laps to go. Let's try and see if we can do it here. Zach Corbett's the leader. Lance Fogel is second. Third place is Jake Smith. Fourth place is Sam D. Fifth right now is Carson Gums. Sixth is Joshua Michaels. Seventh place is going to be Justin Acosta. Eighth place, Jeremy McMurray. Ninth place is Jacob Lawler, and Ryan Acosta is all by himself now in the 10th position. 11th place is Jacob Cook. 12th place is Ashley LaPlante. I believe that's Lisa Shears down there on the inside. She is 13th. 14th is Austin Ogo. 16th is Adam Chambers. You know, it might actually just be as simple to go through the lineup here rather than go through the field and do it that way, because they keep on changing each and every lap. Alright, so we have the top 10 ending with Ryan Acosta. Then it's Lisa Shears 11th. 12th is Austin Ogo. 13th place is... who's the 95? 13th is Jacob Cook. 14th place is Dylan Ogo. 15th place, Ashley LaPlante. 16th is Wilhelm Schultz. Chambers is 7th. 18th place is Michael Norman. 19th is Danny Wells, and in 20th is Richard Johnson. 21st place, that's Ralph Mason. 22nd place is Riley Ogle. 23rd place is going to be Felix Harris. Hayden Klein runs in 24th. 25th is Brock McMahon. 26th place right now, Zach Campbell. Cody Lamas, 27th. 28th was Barney Ward. DeMarcus Brown, 29th. Bianca Roberts in 30th. Then the rest of the cars, according to what I've got here, are Wolfgang Mason, James Silverfox, Devin Smith, Aaron Williams, and Sophie Dillon has now slipped back to dead last. So that's a look at the full field. As now Justin Acosta goes to the lead in the number 5. And it's looking like it's going to come down between 8 drivers here, unless the caution somehow comes out. And those drivers look like they're going to be Justin Acosta, Joshua Michaels, Sam D, Jacob Lawler, Zach Corbett, Lance Fogel, Carson Gum, Jake Smith, and possibly Jeremy McMurray. May end up being a 9-car fight. Looks like Jeremy McMurray's starting to catch up to the tail end of this lead pack, but twice, if you just join us, twice we've ended up having wrecks happen, but they've been wrecks that they've been able to continue on from, and the caution has not come out for either one of them. First one happened on the front straightaway when Hayden Klein turned Wilhelm Schultz up into Sophie Dillon and Aaron Williams. Everybody's been able to continue, though. Then the second time was when Carson Gum and Joshua Michaels both got turned off of turn number 2, but they both held on to it, and so we have run 17 of our 20 laps under the green flag, even though we should be currently under our second restart of the day. We really should have had 2 different cautions come out, but they did not come out because the drivers were able to hold on to them, and we may end up running this whole race green flag to the finish. Lance Fogel now down to the inside. There's some smoke there now. Is the caution out now? Yes, finally the caution's out. And this may be a race to the finish here, because there are a total of 4 laps, now 3 when they come down to the stripe. Lance Fogel, by a splitter, beats both Jacob Lawler and Justin Acosta to the line. Lance Fogel, that may have been just the opportune caution for him. He may have won this race. But who'd the caution come out for? Was it Devin Smith again? It may have been. I thought we were going to race green flag to the rest of this race, but no, doesn't look like it. Caution waves for the first time today. I can't believe I'm saying that. I should be saying the third time today. And I think it may have been Devin Smith or maybe Cody Lamas. I don't know who. We're going to look back at a replay, though. Lance Fogel, though, if this race ends under caution, he's picked up the win to start off this season. Let's look back at a replay of what put us under the caution for, yes, the first time today on lap 17. Here's a look at it. Looks like there's going to be some contact here. Oh, yeah, right there. Oh, Silver Fox comes up into Wolfgang Mason, DeMarcus Brown, and Cody Lamas. Nice miss there by both Bianca Roberts and Barney Ward down there on the low side. There's another car back there. I think that may be Felix Harris. No, that's Hayden Klein, the 96. Kyle Sanoski going to get a piece of it right there with the right front as he gets into Cody Lamas. So it was about a 6-car incident there. Oh, contact there between Silver Fox and Wolfgang Mason, leaving the scene of the accident. And so the caution comes out for about a 6-car wreck off of turn number 4, and we've just gotten word that something happened on the back straightaway now after the caution flew. Let's take a look at that. Okay, take a look at this. They were coming down the back straightaway here. We're focusing here on Austin Ogo in the 99. Coming up right behind him, it's Ralph Mason, Ryan Acosta, Brock McMahon, and just watch, they all just come in full force. And Ralph Mason runs into the back of Ogo. Ryan Acosta runs into the back of him. There's another car there that gets pretty heavy damage. That may have been Hayden Klein, I don't know. Brock McMahon there, though. Oh, man, look at this. Cody Lamas hard into the wall. That Zach Campbell got a big chunk of it. Bianca Roberts got some of it. Silver Fox got some of it. Barney Ward may have been in it. I can't tell. There's another car back there that almost looks like it's Wolfgang Mason. Yes, it is. DeMarcus Brown there. Kyle Sanoski in it. What in the world? Hayden Klein there as well. They all just start backing up into each other here. And a lot of drivers who had no damage are now leaving with damage. Silver Fox, Hayden Klein, Kyle Sanoski, they're pretty badly damaged on the front of their cars. And I don't understand this. Bianca Roberts now has damage, so does Wolfgang Mason, so does our pole sitter DeMarcus Brown. I really don't understand why they didn't slow up. They obviously had to know the caution was out. And so they just may have ended up taking themselves out of contention here. You see Wolfgang Mason, a lot of damage on the front of that car. The hood's actually kind of up off the front of the car there. Heavy buckle on the front of that car. And boy, tough break for these guys, but I really don't know why they didn't slow down for the caution flag. They may end up leaving today with a DNF when they could have left with a regular finish, but I don't know. Maybe their spotters didn't tell them they were slowed up there. I don't know, but whatever it is, had some pretty drastic results here. About 4 or 5 cars who looked pretty clean after that spin that happened off of turn number 4 now end up having some pretty heavy damage on the front of their race cars. Let's see if we're going to go back to green, or is this race going to end under caution? I can tell you Lance Fogel is hoping it's going to be the latter rather than the former. White flag was just displayed. Lights are still a-blinking atop the pace car. Lance Fogel, barring any mechanical problems here on this final lap, is going to pick himself up the championship. Actually, the final lap was already given. That was the checkered flag there. So Lance Fogel is officially your winner of the first race of the season here in the PORWC Reese's Rally Car Series. Great win for Lance Fogel. Congratulations to him. Let's take a look at the top 10 finishers. Justin Acosta going to finish the day in 2nd. Jacob Lawler 3rd. Zach Corbett in 4th. And Sam D, that 31 team, apparently brought the same kind of cars this season they brought last season. He'll finish 5th. 6th is Jake Smith. Joshua Michaels 7th. Carson Gum 8th. 9th will be Jeremy McMurray. And Riley Ogle is going to complete the top 10 here today. What a great win there for Lance Fogel and that 90 team. A great win for him. A team that last season had no wins but ran well in the standings. I believe they actually were atop the regular standings outside of the chase. And they're going to start off this season just as well, and they are going to be the points leaders heading into next week's race, which will come to you from Watkins Glen. Hope you guys will tune in for that. Hope you guys enjoyed this race, and we will see you next time for round number 2 of the PORWC Reese's Rally Car Series here on the NSRA Sports Channel. Here comes your official finish results and points.